plowing ahead. So I had a great time when I was in Italy. I did the show in Milan. It went fantastic. The crowd was awesome. And I got to tell you guys this shit. I got to tell you something. I've done that fucking Luigi joke. That fucking the kid who shot the CEO. I've done that in L.A., New York City, London, Abu Dhabi, and now Milan, Italy. And it fucking murders. The second I bring that kid's name up, everybody goes nuts applauding. You know, it's one of the great things about travel is you learn that we're all looking at it the same fucking way. There's just a whole bunch of people out there that are busting their asses and they're not getting paid their worth. And then there's these CEO cunts taking all the money for themselves. And just watching CNN and Fox News, both of them, not telling the truth of that. It's just fucking, you just know who they're working for. You know who they're working for. They're not working for you, although that's what they say. That's how they act. It will never cease to amaze me watching people listening to billionaires. I guess if you're a billionaire and people are happy where and they get benefits and they're treated all right, I would listen to somebody like that. Like, all right, this person made a bunch of fucking money and they didn't forget where they came from. And you know, if you work for them, they him or her, they treat you right.
They're all fairly small, tiny homes, but they have everything in them. Full kitchen, full bathroom, dining, living area kind of thing.
A software engineer by training, LeBrun is also a multimillionaire. Having sold his social media monitoring company to a U.S. computing giant, LeBrun now pours his time and money into a project to house the homeless.
Hey, come on down, Gary.
Not just house them, but provide the tools they need to lead productive lives.
But really, I see myself as a community builder. And really, what we're doing here isn't just building a little community, but we're building community in our city. Like, how do we help our city be better?
Fredericton, and all of New Brunswick for that matter, can use the help. In the past year, more than 1,800 people in the province have found themselves homeless for at least a day. More than 600 are chronically homeless. At the core of LeBrun's strategy is a community of tiny homes on a strip of unused land sandwiched between a mall and a local First Nation. There are plans for 99 such homes. 74 have been built and occupied so far. Susan Hayward's life went into free fall following her husband's death. She quickly found herself out of money and out of friends.
I ended up with no place to live because I couldn't afford it anymore. I got evicted, stayed with a friend, and she kicked me out. Didn't know where I was going.
Susan isn't an addict. She doesn't have severe mental health issues. But suddenly alone and homeless, she had nowhere else to turn.
How do you pay for food, car insurance, things like that, plus pay for an apartment? And one person just can't do it.
It's a lot.
You honestly can't. So knowing with this place it's only 30% of your income, that gives you a lot more room to, breathe and not worry.
Makes it more affordable.
Yeah.
Room to breathe and not worry. It's all Susan and her neighbors are looking for. Randy Birch lived in his car for a year before he got on the list for a home at 12 Neighbors. Now he works as a landscaper for the community.
I can remember 30 years ago that the government promised homelessness was going to end in 10 years. Well, here we are 30 years later, and Marcel here has done more than the government has. He's done it in a year.
The fact is, the number of homes on this site represent just a drop in the bucket compared to what's really needed. Marcel LeBrun plans 99 homes here, but admits he could easily fill 200.
You can definitely get overwhelmed when you look at the big picture, at the numbers. So we're going to really work hard to hone in this model to show that not just housing, but housing, affordable housing, plus a managed community, plus developmental support. Poverty is super complex, but I think actually the solutions get a little simple once you start looking at it and realizing that it's actually not that hard. You got to provide a house.